Nobody told me to make this video, but here we are. I made a video like this and it did pretty well, so I figured I'd talk about this game because I've been playing it for 4 years and
I got a lot of things to say about it.
I am going to put a disclaimer just in case if this video actually pops off that everybody has their own opinion and we do not need to fight about who likes what, do this and that, habby-dee-be-da-ba-doo-ba-da. But without further ado, let's get into it. Genshin Impact is an open world RPG that has multiplayer in it, and you start off by choosing a male or female protagonist. You follow their story as they're trying to find their sister or brother depending on which protagonist you chose. And all because of this woman right here that we still don't know anything about after 4 years! So because of this, we have to keep looking around for information. And that leads us to one thing, and another thing, and another thing, and it just freaking 4 years we're still trying to find our sibling. I really do enjoy Genshin Impact, and I want to highlight things in this video that maybe some people don't understand, because I know this game is really known for it being a gooner game, but I'm hoping I can shed some light on that. I'm also going to be talking about the things that I really dislike about this game, because with the good, you also have to say the bad, and I have some opinions about this game as well. We already were talking about this subject, so I might as well just do it right now, and that is Genshin's reputation. And no, I'm not talking about the reputation system. It's hard to recommend a game like Genshin to somebody that's never played before because it's, let's just say, interesting character designs. Along with other design choices, no wonder why it has the reputation that it does, but for the people that started at the beginning of Genshin's release, I don't think anybody saw it that way because there wasn't anything really sexual about it.
Jesus Christ, those thighs are gonna explode, bro.
I allow others to call me Mona.
Astrologist Simona Mama, just Mama.
At least it wasn't my thought.
Oh yeah, what's the big bad wolf ability? Hold on, I'm about to test on this guy. Oh man. Oh yeah.
I personally got into this game because of the combat. I thought it was super fun, especially getting Razor right off the bat. It was an experience and it kept me going with the game from the beginning. Your situation might not be like mine where you actually really enjoyed the story. You probably were affected more about the whole a certain character.
Hi, darling.
Regardless, there were people that were enjoying the game and that really weren't enjoying the game because once they played it, they gave up on it because of all the voice lines. Obviously, this is not everybody. Everyone has their own experience. I'm not justifying some of the things that Hoyoverse has done because, to be fair, they're not really helping us out in the reputation of, oh, these people are just weirdos that play a anime, hot, sexy game.
Oh, have something to say. Be careful now. I don't want to hear anything that might damage me.
Let's go gambling!
We ain't gonna talk about it.
But I think anime in general just has this issue too, where a friend will recommend an anime and it's a great story, beautiful art and everything, but then the fan service will happen sometimes and it'll completely ruin the show for them. We can use that same ideology when we're talking about Genshin Impact. There are enemies out there where the fan service is so much to the point where you cannot, save the anime whatsoever. But with Genshin, I feel like you can give it a just argument because of all the things that Genshin has to offer. I know it doesn't really matter because just let people like what they like, but I still want to give my opinion about it because it's a very interesting topic to me. Now let's get into the good parts of this game.
Combat.
The diverse playstyles and the team building just feels so smooth. While there are characters that are more specific, there are others that just are more diverse. Take for instance the team I'm showing you right now. This is my Itto team and it's pretty brain dead for the most part compared to all the other teams you could build.
Unga bunga.
Or my Arlecchino team that's a little bit more complex but not as hard as some other ones. All in all, you could probably find a playstyle that you like and continue to play the game with because there's just a bunch of different characters that are really fun to play. Moving on to scenery, I really think we should talk about that that because I think this game is just beautiful. Genshin Impact is based off of Breath of the Wild, and they really hit it out of the park with this one. All the lands are based off of different regions, and I feel like it complements the world all far too well. Especially when this game has been improving on the art development, it just makes this game grow into a beautiful landscape that I really do appreciate about Genshin. Next should be story. I'm never doing that again. There's a lot I could say about this subject, but I'm just gonna kind of keep it brief with y'all because then this video will be way too long. I feel like Genshin's trying to extend their game as long as possible so you can make a buttload of money. But when I tell you that literally every single story that I do is 500 hours of just nonsense, and then you just have the 2% of actual story, it's awesome! Not to mention all the side questing and all of like the little just objectives that you have to do sometimes gets frustrating. In terms of the story, I really enjoy the story though, because it's not just about finding your sister, it's also about these other characters that help build your main character to get him prepared or her prepared for the trials yet to come.
Who are you?
Tupac.
I'm not the most knowledgeable when it comes to the story, but I do know a lot of it because I've been following it for so long, and I would recommend people just playing Genshin just for the story. But you could also just watch a, summarized video and you'll be fine. Ooh boy, this is gonna be a subject. The gacha system.
Let's go gambling! Let's go gambling! Gambling, gambling! Is that all you ever say? That's all I hear anymore! I can't take it anymore! I hate gambling!
This was my first gacha, and so I was oblivious. The world didn't look any more smaller than when I entered into the world of gacha. I would describe it as your soul being left from your body, but Google has other ways of phrasing it. Games that rely on random in-game transactions. So for instance, usually with other games, you could put money in there and you'll be able to get the character that you want, right? But with this game, it doesn't work exactly like that. I'll let you look up somebody else's video on gachas because there are people way more qualified than me going very more thorough, but my opinion is I'm not really a fan of them.
Even though I play 4 different Hoyo games.
It's nice because I have something to look forward to, but it's not so healthy mentally wise. Especially when you know that it was so bad to the point where they had to change a banner because of one dude.
Please. Yes!
The weapon better pity system was absolutely awful, and they had to change it because how it worked was you literally had no pity system. Whatever 5-star you got was the 5-star you get. And before Natlan, it wasn't a good change at all, but it was a step in the right direction, and now we actually have something really good that just happened in version 5.0. Now this is walking on some treacherous territory. The community! I don't even know where to begin with this one. I don't even say I'm part of the community because there is so much stuff that could be deep dived into this, which people have, but I'm just gonna show snippets here, because I'm not really trying to make this whole video about the community. There are diamonds in the rough, but what I'm about to show you will make you rethink everything about humanity.
Kokomi's VA restricts livestream after Genshin Impact fans harass her for the character's unpopularity. There are some bad apples in the fanbase who are a bit too toxic towards the devs, and some go as far as to harass the VAs.
For the last f***ing time, I'll have you know that I, Sangonomiya Kokomi, do not have a
I'm just gonna read to you some of the stuff that I read over on Twitter about the whole Natlan situation. Yunzin being the darkest skin character in Natlan, and she was shown for not even a second, unlike the other characters. Oh, Genshin hates her. I can already feel her shitty kit. If you wish on Natlan banners, I don't trust you. Y'all are actively choosing to ignore people of color when we tell you to boycott Hoyoverse for their racism. It's not cute or fun, it's racist. Well guys, I wished on Mulani's banner. I guess I'm racist.
Yes, I'm racist.
Don't get me banned or canceled, thank you. The racist incels in Genshin Impact fandom are the reason Hoyo first didn't change Sumeru, and now they didn't do the same in Natlan. They know that the racist fan base will support them, and they can whitewash any character from anywhere in the world. I found this one comment on Hoyo Labs, and it actually is a pretty good, fair argument. It's not about the Natlan stuff though, it's just about the skin colors of the game. This user goes, I'm not black, but my stepson is, and he asked me, why aren't there any people that look like me in Genshin? I told him that was a great question and that I would write about you. Please read this and know people of all colors and backgrounds love and support your game, and having a little more diversity would enhance the game and experience for many. There's not really much I can say on this subject other than when you're trying to get your point across, you don't really put vulgar language in your vocabulary, because not only does that make you look unintelligent, but the company's not going to look at that type of stuff. They're more looking for constructive criticism. Now, I'm not talking about Genshin, because Genshin doesn't listen to shit.
我们确实听到了很多的声音，有的声音特别的尖锐，然后把我们整个原神和原神项目组都贬得一无是处。
Oh man, the internet. Anyways, going forward with artifacts. This is the vein of my existence.
Again! Again! Again!
The chances of you actually getting a piece you want is like the percentage of kids taking candy from a back of a van and actually coming back home. A bit too far? My bad. It's so rough trying to go for the stats that you want that it literally drives you insane sometimes. That's why people bank off of videos that will use 5,000 resin, 10,000 resin, etc. I like the system because then it allows you to show off things that some people might not have, but at the same time it pisses me off because then I can't build my character to the absolute peak. Like alone I probably spent about 20k resin on trying to get a hat for Ito.
It shouldn't require this much just to try to get one piece.
But at the end of the day, I think Genshin is very fair with some things, but other things not. And there's definitely room for improvement, but overall the game is pretty fun to me. So here are the pros and cons. There probably could have been more to add, and I'm going to be doing a lightning round where I talk about all the little things that doesn't really matter too much, but it's just a little bit of annoyance, so I can shed some light on some of the things I put in the cons. Like for instance, endgame. At first we had no endgame other than the Abyss, and it was absolute foul, and we didn't have anything for 3.5 years, and then they decided to add this new thing, which I'm grateful for because it's an improvement, but unfortunately you have to use a lot of different people in order to complete it essentially, and I'm just not a big fan of it. Then there's the co-op aspect, and I feel like this game would benefit so much from raids, but that's just me. And since the events are a limited time, there's not really much room to try to get your friends to get on, because sometimes they're doing work, you know, they're out and about. Like, there just needs to be a permanent game mode for people, especially for like prop hunt or something. That would have been so fun if they just kept it in the game, but they always rotate every event, I swear to God, and it gets so annoying. But there are times where I really do enjoy co-op. Oh my God, the capybara!
All
is
I
the
said in
capybara
response is,
working?
buddy.
I don't know what the capybara is doing. Oh my God, he charged up. Oh my God! Yo! No, I gotta do a share screen. Hold on, I'm gonna reset. Look! He's freaking moving his ass. He's twerking. Dude, I'm not joking. Ah!
With it doing that is all I hear is this.
And I hope they keep working on this feature. I've gotten used to the resin feature, but at the same time, I'm not a fan of it, and that's why I put it in my cons list, because I feel like you should be able to grind no matter what, but this is just the unfortunate fate of gachas. In conclusion, Genshin's just dog shit, and I'm switching to a different game. No. Guess I'm back.